She said, can I give you some tomato plants? And I said, yes. You, Hazel, you're looking a bit better, aren't you? Our wee Hazel, who's all nice and groomed and happy, is going to be staying at home, safe on the couch. You gonna hold them for me?
Cold.
Cold, yes.
Apple.
Apples? Kinda. Cat food, dog food, toilet paper, tissues, and one baby. So I pulled all those out, tidied them up. There's these, you get a chance to repackage stuff. This was in a bowl where you couldn't see it, so there's some hard-boiled eggs. That came and stayed, and they stayed last night. I had some tomato plants that I needed to get in the ground, but I wasn't quite sure how to get started, and she was looking at them and she said, can I put them in the ground for you? And I said, yeah, that'd be really helpful. Show me where you reckon I should put them. And so she walked around my garden. She actually does gardening professionally, and so she just kind of motivated me. So I'm going to show you some of the little nooks and crannies of where I'm growing things, because they're the only spots I've got for now until I've worked out where a garden can be dug properly, or maybe where I can put some raised garden beds. After I've done this, I'm going to groom my dog because it's getting hotter. It's like 24 degrees or something like that, and I haven't found a groomer. I don't often get her in time to get a grooming done properly. I probably do a proper groom on her at a groomer once a year or so, but it's only every 3 or 4 months she needs to be trimmed, and I generally can do that myself. So because it's hot and I know that she needs a groom before Christmas, I'm going to get that done. But first I'm going to show you my garden. So you can see here, a lady at my church asked me, I just met her the other week, and she said, oh, do you garden? And I said, I love to garden, but I haven't started one. And she said, can I give you some tomato plants? And I said, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're the money maker tomatoes, so they're kind of, you know, just a general size. And Marie has shown me just to put them here. And then her and I went out to the store and we bought some more. We bought a courgette that she said is going to be fine there because it needs about 1 metre square to grow. Up here at the top of this section, I haven't got anywhere specific to plant things, so we've planted one in here for now. If you can see that. That's got at least 1 square metre in there. And then in here there's a citrus plant there, citrus there. I'm not 100% sure which is orange, which is lemon, which is mandarin. That's not clear to me, but in here planted another courgette. And so that will probably grow over, I would imagine, or maybe I can direct it over to here. We planted lettuce in here, which is just awesome. I'm glad. That's a kuss lettuce that we've planted 6 of. Some of them might die, I don't know. And then if you go further up here, we've got all this area in here that hasn't been utilised, but we've just planted 6 lettuces in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, the 6th one here. The birds covered it with dry leaves. So it's just inspired me that you can actually grow veggies anywhere. I did have big ideas in, you know, planting out all of this and digging it up and, you know, putting down cardboard and adding compost and things like that, but it's just a little bit a bridge too far for now. So this is the next best thing. So I will make sure I go to Mitre 10 next week and see what else I can get in the way of starters. And I wouldn't mind getting some beans, see if I can grow those. They had some little gherkins plants, but to be honest, I'm so late in the season. If all I get is these growing nicely, I'll be stoked. So I'm really stoked that she helped me out, and she was really antsy and motivated to do something. They had been on holiday for a month down south, travelling around, and she was bored. I came out and planted everything with her, and we put compost in the soil to get everything started nicely. Oh, and I forgot to show you, we planted some herbs. So here is apparently a star jasmine that I'm going to try and train up. Planted some parsley, and we planted some chives. Yeah. I've already got some rosemary over there and amongst the lavender. Anyway, I'm going to get going with grooming this dog. Hazel, you need a groom. Yes, you do. You need a groom. You're hilarious. She's just impatient.
Alright, good girl. You need lovely trimmed. It's beautiful. Basil,
She looks for any excuse to run away.
you good? Get down. Are you good? Are you good? Yeah. Is that good? Yeah. This is so fluffy. Oh, she's so fluffy. Hey, we're both covered in here.
Covered. Here. Hey there everyone, today is Vlogmas continued. I think it is, yeah, it's day 14, so it's like 11 days till Christmas. I really was planning on doing some Christmas stocking shopping today, but Regan, my boy, is coming with me and we're going to do some clothes shopping for him. Not going to video him a whole lot, he doesn't like being on vlog and that's absolutely fine. So we're going to head over there. This morning I had a few meetings all morning, but now it's time to get into the rest of the day. Our wee Hazel, who's all nice and groomed and happy, is going to be staying at home, safe on the couch, having her afternoon nap. So I'm going to head off. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to enjoy just hanging out with Regan for a little bit because he's stuck in a car with me, so we have to talk. Hey there guys, it is a beautiful evening. James and I just went for a walk and we've got home, it's about 8:30. It's been a really busy day. Regan and I went and did some clothes shopping and it was really good to hang out with him. So I didn't pull out the camera. He's not terribly interested in being on camera, so it was just nice to have the afternoon with him. But we literally were walking the shops till about 5:30 and we got home at just after 6 and I caught up with James and we were organising some dinner and I went for a walk. And now all of a sudden it's 8:30 and it's the end of the day. I've got Cora for the next 2 days. Well, you know, the family, me and James and Regan are looking after Cora for the next 2 days. So I am just trying to work out what I need to do before the weekend. We have got Christmas coming up next week, as everybody knows, but I really do need to do some grocery shopping. It's supposed to be grocery shopping week this week. So I think what I'm going to do now is spend some time planning out the next 2 weeks of meals and planning for Christmas. I just want to make sure I've got everything sorted. So I'm going to spend a little while now going over that and I will put together my little plan for the next few weeks leading up to Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and potentially a few days after that, just in case we don't get to the shops. It is still the same evening. I got our food a little bit organised for the next few weeks. I think I'm going to have to go and do a pre-Christmas shop about 3 or 4 days before Christmas. I just sneezed. So I've done my online order and that's due to be picked up tomorrow at 11:30. I have been asked to go to Logan and Bex's tonight. I'm due to look after Cora tomorrow, as I've already mentioned, but they're both busy tonight. Logan is on call and Bex is working at the hospital. So I have to stay there overnight in case Logan gets called out, which is absolutely fine. They've got a room that I always use, or James uses, or both of us use. James is going to stay with Regan tonight. Organise my online order. So I'm going to pick that up with Cora in the morning after we've done a few things. And what I realised before I left home was that I haven't cleaned my fridge. So I'm going to arrive home tomorrow before lunch with Cora with all my groceries, and I need to clean my fridge out first. Always have to clean my fridge out before I add the new groceries. But right now it is 10 o'clock and I'm going to get round to Logan and Bex's and get settled for the night and get some sleep for tomorrow. Good morning everyone. It is the morning with Cora. She's got her in the car seat. I'm gonna have to get her out in a second. Just arriving at Countdown. Her mama was on call last night, so was her dad, and I stayed over, and her mum got called out between midnight and I think 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 or 5 she got home, and her dad went out at 5 AM, so they were like ships in the night, and I'm letting her sleep for the morning. I've just went and had a coffee with James. She loves visiting with Grandpa, and we had a bit of a walk around, and now I'm picking up my groceries with her, and she's asking for an orange. Funny thing about Cora is she loves to hang out in the car. It's her favourite thing. Should we go and do the shopping? Should we go get an orange?
No.
No?
Oh.
Should we go buy one?
No.
I think nut means yes. Wow. Wow. Nana's gonna get some. Gonna hold them for me?
Cold.
Cold, yes.
Apple.
Apples? Kinda. Here you go, you want an orange? Look. Should she open it?
Huh.
Yes.
No,
Should she
no.
open it for you?
Oh.
Orange. I know, you're getting orange on you, that's okay. Yummy. You gonna break them off and eat it nicely? Good girl. Okay. Look at this. Little helper. Hey! Woo!
Yeah.
Playing in the car. Cat food, dog food, toilet paper, tissues, and one baby. Let's get home, eh? So I'm home. I put Cora to bed at her place with her mum, and they're both going to rest for the afternoon. We might see them a bit later on, depending. But I've got all my groceries and I need to put them in the fridge. But I'm going to clean out the fridge first, because that's what I knew I needed to do. It's not too bad actually, I just had a little look. Alright, so I'm going to wipe in here. I'm going to empty this out. I know there's a celery at the back that I need to revive. This is leftover curry. That is from visitors. I'm going to empty that and wipe it out. I'm going to empty that out and wipe it out. I'll see how dirty those are. So I pulled all those out, tidied them up. There's these, you get a chance to repackage stuff. This was in a bowl where you couldn't see it, so there's some hard-boiled eggs, some shaved ham, half an apple, bread, eggs. These are kind of leftovers. This is my tub of yogurt because it fits there best. This is ready for vegetables, and I didn't buy a huge amount of vegetables because when I left last night I realised there's quite a few vegetables still to be used up. This is kind of tight. Look at that, isn't that sad? It's a weird bottle that gets squished all the time. Look at this. These are weird things. These need to get used. We've had barbecues end of year and alcohol keeps getting collected. So we need to, someone needs to take it to someone's barbecue and get rid of it. Anyway, I'm going to get the groceries in now. Today has been a day of it. I did some plant shopping with Cora this morning, and we were coming back here to have some lunch and things, and I don't think she's feeling that well today. She's got a little bit of a runny nose, she's just sounding a bit congested. I got her down for a sleep, but she was really clingy all day, and I think she was missing her mum. but her mum's home now and not working for another, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, so that'll be nice for her. But it just meant I couldn't get plants planted, and I wanted to do them with her actually, but I didn't have a sun hat for her, and I was going to have to really do it alongside her, and she normally will do things like that quite happily next to me, but she was just a little bit funny, so I didn't want to try and work out what I wanted to do with the plants while I really needed to be making sure I was looking out for her. Anyway, doesn't matter. 8:39 at night. That's beautiful out here. It's really muggy, but it's cooler outside than inside. So I'm going to plant some plants. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I want to plant some beans and some basil. I've bought about 12 basil plants because I don't do very well planting basil. They often die on me. So I'm going to plant them in 2 different pots and see if I can get one pot to come away. What I'm going to do is fill the bottom of the pot with some debris, like dried leaves and branches, so that I don't have to fill up the whole bin with compost. And also the other thing that I have decided I need to do is to move the 6 lettuces that are over under the bushes away, because the birds are under there every morning. I go out there at night and the dried leaves have been covering up all the lettuces. I think it's just where the birds gather in the morning, and so it's not a good spot for them. So I'm going to plant them out into a bucket of their own as well, put them in the shade kind of place where they only get a little bit of the afternoon sun. Out of the heat is a good spot. I'll find somewhere. I'll try and work out the best spot for them. So I'm going to do a little bit of that before I go in for the night, just to feel like I've finished this, because I know the weekend's going to get away on me and I won't get back to these. Emma's home from her trip tomorrow. We haven't heard anything from how she's been doing. We got a little few sentences from the organisers who sent it to the admin, who sent it to all the parents, saying that there was one leg of the tramp that they couldn't do because of weather, and so they ended up just doing a day tramp in and a day tramp out. Anyway, I'm going to get some gardening done. Just had to run and get some socks because I always get bitten by the midges at this time of night. So I'm going to make sure all my ankles are covered up. I do actually have to get this done fast because I really only have about half an hour of light. So let's just get to it. I've got a selection of empty pots that I'm going to fill up. I'm going to use some debris in the bottom. I'm going to add some compost. I did think potentially I could put some basil over with my tomato plants. That's possible because there are 12 in there.
I want someone like you to stand by me always, and I dream of a man like you, warm and tender every single day. What if we would join our forces? What a bliss. You make me understand this place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the fullest, to the fullest. Time flies, yet there's butterflies in my palms and in my eyes. Now echoes from the other night gossip about our delight. What if we would join our forces? What a bliss. You make me understand this place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the fullest.
Okay, so that was very satisfying getting those done. I planted the basil in with the tomatoes just as it got so dark I couldn't even film it. I'm sure you will see how I finished everything up in the next week or so probably. I still haven't planted the beans, but that's okay. I can get to those. They actually need some kind of a frame to grow up, which I need to build out of some bamboo sticks that I've got. And I've got it in my head to just relax for the rest of the night. I've got a video to upload finally. I have just finished doing a massive decluttering video and that should have been up 3 days ago. it's just taken ages to do it, and amongst all the other things. So I'm going to have a shower and chill out for the night and do a little bit of editing and get that done. Okay, so I'm going to say good night for now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you spending time with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.